Peabody has a contract with both the Navajo and Hopi tribes to mine coal in this area. If Peabody does not have to relocate Navajos, if the Navajos are already gone, it makes their job easier. The dominant political figures who have been involved are Senator Barry Goldwater, former Senator Paul Fannin, and former Representative Sam Steiger, all of Arizona, all of whom had a great credibility back in Washington talking about a local Indian situation. Most people back in Washington could not presume to understand what was happening out here in a corner of Arizona, and they deferred to the presumed expertise of these three men. And these three men, it seems to me, distorted the situation terribly and misunderstood what was going on out here.
I really don't think that the majority of the members of Congress understood exactly what the issue was.
Harrison Lesh pushed the bill through Congress. He then left the Department of the Interior to become a vice president of Peabody Coal.
Are we ready? Ready, sir.
In 1974, Congress passed Public Law 93531. President Gerald Ford signed the bill into law on a ski vacation in Vail, Colorado. Fencing along the new boundary line began at once. The cost to the taxpayer was $4,000 a mile. The cost to the native people was their way of life. This metal barrier, erected by bureaucrats, shattered the lives of the Navajo. It separated families and cut people off from their grazing lands, watering holes, and shrines. 10,000 Navajo and 100 Hopi found themselves on the wrong side of a fence. Congress ordered them to relocate.
Washington seems to be very immature. They believe in lies. They have no pity and cannot see us. We go around wiping our tears because of what they do. Because we don't count, our plans and thoughts for walking forward into a good future have been taken from us. It seems as though our future has been beaten out of us with a stick. What is there to make us whole again? There's nothing.
To force the Navajo out, the government began destroying the plants that the people depend on.
Our mother is the earth. All the plants, whatever it's on earth, is some of it is our food, and some are medicines, and that's how we live on. And as though we are the children of our Mother Earth, and how she feeds us is causing the whole thing. We're going through suffering from everything that what the BIA is doing to my nation.
See what you did to my people? See what you did to them? You took their very lives away from them. You better not do it.
The government says it takes 35 sheep to support a family of 4. This same government is now reducing Navajo herds below subsistence level. By seizing Navajo livestock, the government is forcing many families into hunger and extreme poverty.
They are taking our sheep away, trying to make us move. They are taking away everything that we need to live. That's what they're doing to us right now. They're trying to kill us one way or another, slowly or fast.
Of the first group of Navajo relocated, 25% of the adults are dead. Joel Ahwahneechee was emotionally disturbed by his grandfather's death. To restore Joel to balance, 3 generations of his family took part in a ceremony which lasted 2 days and a night. While the ceremony restored Joel's well-being, his family life has been ruptured, and his culture continues to be destroyed. The American taxpayers are paying $500 million to move 3,000 families into tract houses like these.
Here it is not good for us. We have to pay for everything. Electricity, water, the land, taxes. Here it is a small place. You can't go anywhere. It's like being in jail. Back there I had a good home, even though it was a hogan. There, if you have sheep, you can use that as your food. Here there is none. There's not even one sheep around. I come out with nothing. I'm old and alone. It seems I miss it all.
Well, there's a simplistic view around that relocation is harsh and that it's unusual and so on. People get relocated in America every day, and I don't want to compare troops, but the interstate highway system, they go through your living room with a bulldozer in the interest of getting something settled and getting a highway where it has to go. So this isn't the only place in American system, in all phases of the American system. Somebody sometimes has to give up what they don't want.
I was in Vietnam in 67, 68. I was a paratrooper over there. They told me, come and help us fight for your land and our land. They threatened me to go over there. See, I fought for this land right here I'm standing on.
Chilson grew up with 11 brothers and sisters on land that had nourished 3 generations of his ancestors. His father died when they were young, but his mother kept the family together.
I always wonder how she managed to bring all us up. She didn't speak no English and she didn't work. It was this land that the way my dad set it up for us that helped her. He built wells, he planted trees. We used to have close to 300 heads of cattle.
Chilson returned from Vietnam, married, and was raising his own family on the land when the Bureau of Indian Affairs seized most of his livestock.
After the stock reduction, we got to find a job to support ourselves.
His herd confiscated, Chilson went to Flagstaff and became a mechanic.
I used to drive back and forth, but that was 75 miles away, so I moved into town. We were renting in town, then They said we don't live here anymore. To them, we don't exist here. Even they told that to my mother. She used to stay here by herself. She almost froze because the fire was out and she got sick. So we don't let her stay here by herself anymore.
The government claimed that since the McCabe's were not residing on the land, they were not eligible for replacement housing or assistance of any kind. Chilson was forced to move his mother into a trailer in Flagstaff, where she died of a broken heart.
I blame my mother's death on this whole thing, relocation. See, they can destroy, a beautiful, loving family. Ever since my mother died, I had a dream about my mother being with me at home. And I always dream about the cattle. This land dispute did a lot of damage to me and my family because, we've been cheated, we've been lied to, we've been called names. I get sick. I can't sleep at night. So I'm on my own now. I don't have any dream right now. The government took it away.
The Diné people were forced to go to Fort Sumner. Washington said there won't be any more wars. These arms we will lay down. Then there was a world war. He asked for our children. Some of them never returned. So Washington broke that treaty. The Hopi and my late husband were good friends. We lived in harmony. Washington came and ruined it for us. He broke the law, and now he's demanding the land. Right now, police are hauling guns at Black Mesa and Big Mountain. Doesn't this Washington ever wake up?
The politicians refused to repeal the law. They allowed relocation to continue.
The white man does not understand the Indian for the reason that he does not understand America. The man from Europe is still a foreigner and an alien, but in the Indian, the spirit of the land is still vested. Men must be born and reborn to belong. Their bodies must be formed of the dust of their forefathers' bones.
My roots is way down deep. It can't be pulled out. My great-great-grandmother is buried there, and grandmother and my mother, my father and brothers, and even my children, they're just buried just among where I am. So I just not able to leave anywhere. I'm just gonna remain. My father, he used to say that he's part Hopi. And so I'm part Hopi myself. It's all mixed blood, so you can't divide the blood by fencing.
Unless the Navajo voluntarily leave the land, force may be used to remove them.
The old people of the earth tell stories. An old woman of the old ways, she said, I recall my joy in better days. The young warriors of the open rainbow said, tell me, is it true? Even it true? At the age where I live, at the very age where I live, sweet home America.
Their only hope is that Public Law 93531 will be repealed.
The earth ones, they said our religion is in these lands and skies, sweet mother. Our land's gone to modern worlds, modern lies. The earthways and the new ecology. You know we were the first, believe me. We will be the last to keep the light for the earth. At the edge where I live, won't you come over to the very edge where I live? Sweet home America.
The native people will not move. They will fight for the only thing they have left, their sacred land.
Native American nation, caught in the devastation, endless situation. What can I do? The ghost of prejudice cuts through the moon glow. Poet on a crying page, broken rainbow. At the edge, at the very edge where I live, home, sweet home, America.